Hey, Chris. Okay. Hey, Cal. All right. Let's get a move on here. Let's see. I've done some stuff. Did a little bit. One thing I did was I ordered a Pam's New Workout Pro and a 1U IntelliGel state variable filter. That's going to just like plop down right there. And I'll have another happy little mono filter over here in filter land. And that'll actually be super, super nice. But yeah, the Pam's Pro is going to be my new clock, which means the data will probably go home to my other system. And, yeah, maybe not. Maybe. I don't know. I do use it for oscilloscope. Actually, the most useful thing I have found on the Mordax data is what's called the voltage monitor. And it's just got 4 slow motion, like, tracks, and it tracks, like, slow moving voltages, you know, like LFOs and things like that. Super duper useful. Ultra useful. Okay. Alright, what are we doing? I need to make a baseline first. That's step 1. So let's go part 1. It's going to be my baseline. Now, I'm going to do this a little bit differently. So if you know anything about the vector, right? The vector is this sequencer, this beastie sequencer right up here, right? The vector has up to 8 simultaneous parts. In this case, really only 6 because there's only 6 sets of CV outs. When you add MIDI into it, then you've got 2 MIDI outs up here, and then you've got a MIDI out right here also. But since I'm using these parts, and each part technically is only 16 steps long, so, like, I think a lot of people look at that and they're like, wait a minute, what? Yeah, but, okay, like, it's 16 events long. So you can make each event last, you know, multiple steps, for example. So, like, it's not really 8 or 16 parts. It's really more than that. So Oh yeah, this is exactly what I was in the process. And a random dude knocked on my door, and we started chatting about stuff and played my roads. And random dude, randomdude.gov. Slow, 4 measure low, 2 measure low, 1 measure low, half note low, quarter note random, chain. There is our drum fill chain. That's good to go. Bass line. So like, okay, for example, if we do number of steps, right? We've got length, so you've got like X number of steps, up to 4 steps. So this is all 16th notes. So we could make this 7 notes long. Right? And then pump up the gate. Pump up the gate. What? No. No, we won't. I think I want to go... analog. This guy? Maybe. I never know. I don't have a preferred bass oscillator, which is kind of unfortunate. I don't know. It's funky. It's weird. I guess I could use pizza, but the problem with that is it's very, 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 very digital. So let's try this. Use the CSL, and maybe I'll get this cable to stay out of the way. Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be wonderful? Anything heavy I can put up there to make it not fall? Oh wait, maybe it's just gonna not fall. No, it's gonna fall. Damn you, falling! Here, how about a box from Infrasonic Audio? There we go. Yeah, I can easily see myself not using PAMs for anything but clock. So like part of me was like, I could just get a regular PAMs workout, like an old one, used one. But honestly, prices were not that great, and you could find PAM's new workout, tons of those, not that much less than buying a Pro brand new. Because, used prices, like if I'm going to save $40 on a module, that's not worth it. Smudge. Like, it's not worth it, I would rather have like, $40 worth of sureness, what? So, if it's like half price or whatever, that's a different thing. Like the quad drum and the expander, those were used because you can't find them anywhere. And like it was a little bit of a discount, but they're in great shape and, perfectly fine, updated, everything's good. But like, hell man, market's weird out there, So, bass. Let's keep going with bass and not get totally sidetracked in doing random crap. Why did I use all of my red cables already? Small red cables are all gone, which means we can't really stay true to the voice coloring. It's fine. So we'll go blue. Pitch 1. Volt per octave. Okay, so let's just run this into the 560. Or the 860. The 560, that's not even a thing that exists. Let's use that. And we're going to go sawtooth and maybe a triangle sub, but maybe I might change that to a sine wave. What I'm excited about with PAMs is having a swing clock at my disposal. That's going to be a happy, happy thing. Oh, God. Hello? Why you no run, bro? 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 Oh, it doesn't have a clock. That's why. Duh. Still not running, bro. There you are. Through a gate to yonder quadrax. Actually, just kidding. Let's do this right from the very beginning here. Gate is going to go to channel A of Zadar. And then I kind of want to throw some CV into the level control of that. Yeah, I mean, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 things that could use clocks. It's a little ridiculous, right? I'm like, oh, I won't have to use the mult anymore. Yeah, right. The nice thing is, like, okay, so the Maestro takes care of a couple of things, right? It has a clock in and it has a clock out. So I have it patched through going into the clock divider that's right here. I need to upgrade that clock divider too. I need to get like the 8160-2, the better one with more betterer stuff. How does this sound as like sine wave? Or is that better as... Oh no. Okay, so I think the thing to do would be like send a velocity from this sequence with a longer cable that'll actually reach, you know? And then that is going to go to the CV in on the Zadar. And then we need to figure out what's that going to do. Not the shape, not the time, not the warp, the level. So there's that guy. Okay. And then we could send, let's see, I have an 8 measure rise fall thing. Maybe I'll make a shorter one and put that on a different distrib here. So let's say channel 2, chain, slow 4 measure rise, slow 4 measure fall, chain, and then we'll throw that into the green trace on the Zork strip. Oh, we would if the cable would fit, but it doesn't, so. Damn you! Break. Smash. Man, my purifier is going crazy. And I guess there's a thing going on tonight. Hey, Nick! So, yeah, that's going to be weird. There's going to be random people wandering aimlessly, talking loudly. And then this can go in here. Actually, let's move that over. Utilize the length of the cable a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little touch. Okay. How's that? Cool. Come back to that. I might want to do something with, like... In fact, let's do it. Let's do some chance operations here. Doom, doom. Let's do this one, like, up an octave. How about that? That would be fun. 9, 10, 11, 12. And then, like, boom, boom. And then let's do this one also. Plus 12. So we get an occasional... Hashtag occasional octave. But then I think what we should do is maybe like every 4th bar. 3? 4 bars? Yeah, let's do that. Okay, reset. And like... What? What? Chance type, probability, so on, bar. What the frickety frack are you doing? It's just skipping step 2 now. What the? There it goes. What the heck just happened there? That was super weird. Okay, that's fine. Peachy, wonderful, great, onwards and upwards, new parts. I do have to kind of watch the time closely because I got to be someplace at 7 tonight, which means no 3-hour spacing out doing random stuff thing. Drums are taken care of. That's like all Dunsville right there. So I had this thought, it'd be a really easy pad to make. Here, I'll show you. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go trigger into... We're sorry. You have switched your cables. To obtain a smarter human, please mash the keypad with your palm. Thank you. Okay. Oh, for fuck's sake. The song is called I'm jonesing to play with my modular, but I have limited time. That's ultimately limited. Not tiny, not like get it done in an hour. Like none of that BS. Because like, homie don't play that. Homie can't play that. There's no way. I mean, I've done stuff, but it's never of quality, you know, and that's stupid. So, okay, what are we doing here? We're doing 16th notes only. That's all we're doing. And we're going to do like E minor. So, and then like maybe an F sharp, a D, and maybe multiple octaves. How are we sounding here? Yeah. So I'm basically going to do that. Both of these guys on short. So then there's that. Alright, so essentially, you know, we've granularized it almost by having like a really short cutoff, you know, length of the trigger and stuff. So I approve. And that, I think, will work well. I think what I want to do, though, is throw this into a low-pass delay. I don't think this little bitty cable's going to reach, is it? Well, dang it there, little cable guy. You can, actually. You can reach. You just got to want it. There you go. It's not even tight. Good. Happy. All right, so this is the low-pass delay. I think. Which one is it? 3? That's it. There. All right, so what I need to do is modulate that. Oh, this is actually really easy. Okay, because I have the Zork strip right there. This will be simple. I want to make one of those. Trying to put it into words while choking on my own bodily fluids. Always a fun time. Okay, so I think I think just a standard LFO would be totally fine for this. It doesn't even have to be like time synced or anything. Although we could time sync one. That actually would be all right. Okay, so if I go channel 3, like slow, let's say like a 2 measure rise and fall. Could we just do something simple like that, right? And then like put that into the red trace here, okay? So one of these the red trace here is going to go to the dry wet CV, right? But it's going to be opposite. And then this one is going to go to the filter frequency, which in this case is what? Parameter 3? That guy? And then what do we got here? There. That's very nice. Okay, so right now that should be dry wet turning down, right? So realistically I want it dry and wet turning up from like halfway. Okay, no, that's what it was. I'm gonna be honest, I kind of don't like that, that's pretty nice. All right, let's come back to that or not. Let's see here. What else could we make? I want to do something. It's going to be a little bit simpler tonight. I really want to kind of go more for like individual voice, like construction and interest. Not always my strongest suit, since I am the let's put a sawtooth through a filter guy, which I make no apologies about because that's the greatest thing ever. Admit it. Okay. Let's see here. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Let's put this through the air carry? I guess we can. Fine. It's going to be 7 million white cables strewn about. Actually plug it into the right place then. Jesus. That's 2. How many times do I plug something in the wrong place? You have no more musical ideas? Then you're not listening to enough music. Critically and detailedly. Hey, Simon. See you, Jason. You're probably already gone. Okay, and of course all of my short cables are being used up by other things. Damn it. Could have just had nice short cable run right here, but no. But yeah, seriously, if you're bankrupt for ideas, stop making music and listen to more. Okay, now, the thing is... Yeah, well, you know as well as I do, there is no solution for that. But... yeah, that's the first thing. Sometimes you just have to take a break, right? The other thing is, again, just listening to music. Like, what are your influences? I'm actually going to put one of the slowest, if not the slowest sloth in the Z input. I don't hear X and Y doing, like, anything. Okay. And let's get a fairly faster-ish LFO going into the pan for that guy. Or do we put this into the VCA? Now, I know what works for me. What works for me is, like I said 5 times already, is listening to music. And I don't mean like background, it's there. Like, you listen to it. Put on headphones. Don't do anything else. Don't look at your phone. Don't look at the computer. Do nothing else. Just listen to music. And, like, listen to something you haven't heard in 20 years or you haven't heard ever. Like, The influences are out there. None of us learn music in a vacuum. We're all influenced by other things. So if you're out of influence from other things, then like you're going to run dry, right? Just a theory. I have never used the pizza's internal VCA. Although honestly, I rarely use VCAs anyways, which is kind of weird. Weird, but I don't know. I wonder if I just chained this one and just dumped it in the VCA and the filter mod. That'd be kind of a good thing. Seems like that might be kind of a good thing. See, I don't really hear any pan movement. I also don't really hear any movement of the wavetable. That's better. Okay. Yeah, but so like the thing is, you've said a couple things: techno, classical music. Go listen to some gamelan. I'm not kidding. Go listen to some Indonesian gamelan music. Gamelan. Like, dive into it. You're going to be repelled at first. You're going to be like, what the freaking frack? Surrealist. There's so much out there. There's so many countries and cultures out there. There's so many different things that could be an influence on you. Unless you never let it. Right? So that's the other thing, right? You kind of have to be receptive to it. So I would say, however, it's not an emergency, it's an opportunity, Like, use it as an opportunity. Times like that, when I'm just like done, that's when I sell a bunch of shit. I sell a bunch of gear and, ostensibly start fresh-ish, but not really. I haven't done that in a long time. For various reasons and circumstances, Yeah, Arabian music is amazing stuff. Hold down the wave for ring room. Okay. And press the button until the fold plus ring lights are lit. Oh, there they are. Then plug something into the control input. Okay, interesting. That's cool. We may have to use that. We may have to take advantage. Now, my bass line is still working. Good. Yeah. Quarter tones, and just that's, part of that is from the instrument itself, like the instruments that they use. It's fascinating to me how music kind of develops from instrumentation and vice versa. Like, there's that kind of cooperative back and forth between, we made an instrument and here's how it works, and now this is how it's affecting the music that we create as a culture. And that's pretty awesome. It's pretty neat stuff. So musicology is really what that is. Like, the study of music and history and culture and stuff. Meanwhile, what do we got? Got that. Oh, interesting. Oh, that's really cool. I'm going to have to look into that. I don't even know if I ever read the manual for pizza. Which is probably the reason that I'm not terribly knowledgeable about it, and there's a few things in here that I'm like that. The quad drum. I'm more knowledgeable about the quad drum than I am the pizza, because I have spent some time with that, but pizza not so much. The loopa. That's probably the biggest victim. Okay, but I need to kind of keep going, treading forward here. Yeah. So, what else do we need? I don't know, maybe I should just start jamming on this and, like, add things as I go. But that would be sort of weird. No, you know what I need? I want some, like, arpeggiated parts and stuff. Because I always like that. But we're going to make this 16 steps long. We're only going to turn the gate up on the first, like... No, let's not make it 16 steps long. Let's make it 7. That's better. Took it. Something like that. Kind of entertaining. Sure, as long as we're talking about it. Might as well use the might as well use that there pizza. My friend used to work at a dry cleaners. He said this woman used to come in and, like, every single thing. Oh God. Like, every single thing this woman brought in was like, they spilled coke on this, and he would just laugh about it all the time. I thought it was pretty funny too. Yeah, plug something into the control input. Okay, let's try it. Caturl input. There we go. Clank bonk. All right, let's just run through the light. No, run into the dual dagger, because it's like a dagger, bro. It's like you're stabbing something with this filter, bro. All right. And that's going to go into part 4 of this here submixer. Gonk. Yeah, that's right. Hello? 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 What? Now you got nothing? You got nothing. That guy. That guy. That guy. It's not the mixer. It's clearly something else. It's not the filter. I have to turn up the control CV. Okay. So then let's throw some modulation into the shape. This guy, that guy, that guy, that guy, medium, loop. You got anything? You doing anything? Yeah. Now, is it like not gonna take the CV input on the shape? Because it doesn't seem like it's doing anything right now. It's not. It's not doing anything. Ain't doing shit. It's not that. It's really obnoxious. Okay. Part 4. Six parts long. Gates. Give me some gates. Let's not do that in purple. Yeah, the pizza is basically a complex oscillator. So like 2 built-in oscillators that can cross-modulate and stuff. And you get, you know, FM tones or even additive tones and stuff from it. But what they've done is kind of digitalized it substantially so that it's like let's give that guy his own filter. He deserves his own part of a filter. Not the whole filter, just part. So this guy yonder there. I dropped me red cable. It was terrible. I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it happened. Thing. Right output. Hey, Greg. Alas, I do not have any basil to put on it. Okay, so there's that. This is the thing. These are 2 small little parts, little arpeggiator parts. Let's make another one. Yeah, let's make another one. use part 5. I used to have part 5 for the drums, but I've kind of cleared things out of my vector, so it's actually, like, not arranged stupidly anymore. Because it definitely used to be. Is this gonna reach? No. No. Of course not. Why would it do that? Flong. Clearly, that is the past tense of fling. Okay, and then I'm going to run this guy through... Actually, I can actually do this both into the same filter and just treat them as 2 mono signals, because each side of the popple works independently. It's a copy of Mutable Instruments Tides, I believe. Tides, is that what it is? We got anything here? We got... Oh, well, I haven't set up a sequence yet because I'm super smart. Let's just make it 8. We'll keep it simple. I like it. Yeah, it is menu dive. I think it's more like you set it to the place that you feel comfortable with it, you know? Like most of the functions are still going to work normally. But there are hidden functions where you're probably going to set and forget to an extent. Dude, I've been watching the X-Files. So I think I've watched... I'm almost done with season... No, I'm about halfway through season 3. Yeah, it's good. It's good getting back. There's a lot of episodes that I missed, you know, stuff like when I was, I don't know. At the time when it was coming out, I know my life was not in a stable place. And may not have even had a TV for a while. I'm watching it on Amazon. It's on Freevee, so they have like 6 commercials. And they just play them and play them. And if I see this Geico ad with the woman who's stuffed up, I'm just going to throw myself out a goddamn window. You did this to me, Pollen. Oh my God. I've heard it so many times because they just play the same ads over and over. But it's free, you know, and I already have Amazon Prime, so it's like, what the heck? Otherwise, I imagine one could probably pirate download them, you know, at some point. I wonder if is that in the public domain one yet? Okay, so anyways, where were we? Dude, I've seen that one with the carrot. That's hilarious. And like every guy watching it is just like crossing his legs, uncomfortable. Yeah, man, it's funny. I remember I was watching TV and my girlfriend and I were watching TV and that came on and I was just like, we both looked at each other and we're like, Oh God. God, I should have just done that. I should have just downloaded a whole torrent of it because man, it would have made getting through it so much easier. Like, I don't know. Would have been kind of cool. All right, so we got a bass part, we got a thing going. I need another lead here. How does this lead, by the way? I feel like that one should be our delay cloud, and then maybe we'll put the other one through the Aurora. We'll have it in a reverb cloud. And then rewire this to channel 1 so I don't... Oh, perfect. There's a lot of interest in that. That's really, really neat. Okay, cool. And that has some interesting pan stuff, and when it pans, more of it gets sent to the reverb. So like if it gets panned left, then you have more reverb in the signal, which is really neat. Yeah, okay, that guy's there. He's not gonna frighten us. All right, come back to that. All right. I'm doing a bit with the whatchamacallit, probabilistic generator. So I'm sending it that little gate for the open hi-hat. That's coming from the probabilistic generator, which is really, really neat. It's got some skills, man. It's a neat little device. Throw it a clock, 4 channels of like variable probability gates or triggers, and voltage sequences for each one. So it's really neat. Okay, what else do we need? Well, another lead. would be good. We've got sort of a cloud of like stuff. The jam today, I don't think the jam today is going to last quite as long, which is probably fine. Let's see. What else could we do? Well, I could route some. Let's use some green cables. Let's get a. You know, you can't go wrong with a chainsaw, I'll tell you that much. Or warp core. We could do warp core. That'd be cool. This is another module that I have played with. I've read the manual. I have barely scratched the surface. I think it's a heck of a lot deeper than what it looks at its most basic level. Like, meh, it's a digital oscillator with phase modulation. Okay. But there's a lot of interesting things in this. It does the windowing thing really well. So windowing is if you have, let's say you're modulating a wave somehow, and it's this funky, wild thing. Well, windowing applies either a sawtooth or a triangle wave amplitude modulation at the fundamental frequency. So the whole thing is always going to be in tune, and you don't get any of that digital tearing noise when a waveform crosses over the thing of frequency. I really want a what are those things? They are the wood stump with all of the brass tabs on it. I can't think of the name. Completely drawing a blank. But I might that, or I might treat myself to some like folk tech thing, some weird ass copper sculpture with antennas sticking out that makes strange noises. I think that would be kind of fun. But yeah, there's a lot of cool shit out there, man. It's too much. Just need to be independently wealthy. Even then, there's just too much. No, not an organotron. I can look it up. I will find it in. Images. Oh, for God's sake. Really? That's okay. If I can't find it in 15 seconds, I'm going to give up. I know somebody knows what it is. And I know what it is because I just friggin' looked at it last night, honestly. Like, no, it's not a passive drum thing. It's, although that looks interesting too. Um, do I have history that I can look at here? History, yes. Yes, I did. What is it called? It is called, uh, okay, no, I need. Soma. The Soma Terra. That's it. This thing. That thing. I just think they're super awesome. Okay, let's get this guy going here. What do we have so far? We have nothing. We have Bupkis. We have Dick. Hopefully it's not bent though. Bent carrot. Oh God, that was awesome. I mean, that was awesome. So you see what I mean about depth? Like, instant John Carpenter soundtrack. Alright, but here's the thing, right? I've got a couple of chains already rigged up on the Zorx strip. So we're going to throw one of those chains, one of those modulation chains into mod A. Maybe I'll go with go with the faster one. Otherwise we won't even hear it really. Okay, looks like we're in sync. All right. I would like to load up the R bar with something too, and I don't really know what. Um. Hmm. How we do this? How we do this? Oh, I know. I know what we can use. I'm gonna use the, you know, the thing. You know, that thing with the stuff. The ensemble oscillator. The ensemble oscillator. Which is clearly the correct pronunciation. We need to patch the output into the Zagreb filter. God. Oh, God. You're gonna reach? Oh, you son of a bitch. Fine. Be that way. Be a little jerk. Or a big jerk. And then drop cables. There's loudmouth yahoos outside of my room here. Dang it. We're trying to have a dignified event. We're going to do a little light dancing while listening to jazz. Meanwhile, down here. Okay. This guy. There. Oh yeah, we're just gonna need no buffers. And then honestly, I may just need a single buffer for this. I'm not gonna do too much more. I just kind of want that patty sound, you know? Just give it a quick chord and be done. There. Boom sauce. Delicious, delicious boom sauce. Okay, now, I gotta say, this kind of calls for... Let's lock in an envelope here. Dude, does this envelope, like, just not even work? Like, what is going on, man? It's really frustrating. Okay, then let's do this a different way here. I'm gonna clock marbles. There. Take your clock and like it. And then instead of using ginormous long cables, we'll just use short cables, and that's easier. So, jitter down. Turn that off. Okay, so I do want to loop it though. So basically this is going to go into... let's just go channel D of the Zadar. Just a plucked envelope. 300 milliseconds ought to do the trick. Not that I have any idea. That's what I'm looking for, you know? Now, the only problem, it's just too dang quiet, man. It's always so quiet. Why are you so quiet? Boost it through a stereo VCA. Or, here's what we do, right? We just put it into a different filter with a better input level control. That's probably the best way here. Frequency CV, outputs. Will they reach? Oh, yes they will. Just barely. All right, input adjust. Left gain. Plus 12? Yeah. Then we just level it up, right? Okay, now, two things. Number one, let's just throw a basic LFO into the playhead so we get some scanning going down. Slower. Saint-Germain, yeah, is really good. I like that stuff. Okay, now the other thing would be some filter mod. I'm gonna have to go big cable. It's unfortunate, but life goes on. Into the full like CV input here. Just a little tiny bit, right? And then I think the mod input might not even need it. Probably don't even need it. Well, you know what? Let's leave it there in case, because you never know. We might devolve into ambient, and we want to turn this into a pad. Time check. Okay, I think it's jam time. I think it's time. Alright, that should probably do the trick. Okay. Change the color of my lights. Sure, purple. Why not? Yeah, like, remember at the beginning when I was messing with the bass part, and I tried to like bring it up an octave and down an octave and add chance operations and things. I had plans for it, and then I kind of gave up because I'm looking at time and I got to be someplace in 10 minutes. So honestly, the stopping point is pretty much perfect. So it all worked out for the best, I think. So hey, as always, glad you joined me. It's, it makes it worthwhile, and I totally appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming, and spread the word if you feel like it. If somebody feels motivated, like, throw it up on Reddit and be like, so this dude really sucks, but it's fun, or something. That'd be kind of cool. But if not, no big deal. So anyways, take it easy, have a good night, and I'll see you Sunday, hopefully.